Welcome back to the channel. This is the second video of the home brewing hobby I've taken up and will cover the bottling process. So if you haven't seen part one and you're interested in a fun hobby, then I suggest you check out that first video that shows you the first prep stage and fermenting. I'll put the link at the top of this screen. This video will take you through the final bottling stage and getting it ready for drinking. If you like my videos, please support me by giving me a like and subscribe, and why not drop me a comment. Okay, so it's a week later, according to the instructions, and the fermentation sort of stopped actually after about 3 days, in fairness, but I've left it in the barrel for a week as it said. So I think it's now time to bottle. So what I tend to do, it's not part of the instructions, just what I do. I tend to decant from this barrel into a secondary barrel just to get rid of any residue. It's just I find that a bit easier, so I don't get any of that more larger deposits going into the bottles. You've got to make sure again you sanitize anything that you use. You've got to make sure you sanitize it, so I should do that first. So I'll decant that first of all, then I'll start bottling. Obviously for each bottle you have to add some sugar. Now I bought sugar drops, so they're like solid capsules you'll put in per each 500ml bottle. You can just buy, it's probably cheaper actually if you buy brewing sugar and then you put a teaspoon per each. It's just a bit more fiddly putting it into the bottle. It's just so much easier just dropping the drop, so I've gone for the least path of resistance, to be honest. So we'll do that, and then obviously we need to cap the bottles off. So it should make about 40 bottles, pint bottles that is, 500ml bottles. So that'll be good if that works. So I'm going to make quite a bit of rinsing mix, probably about 3 litres, because not only do I need to wash all my implements I'm going to use, but also all the bottles I'm going to use all need to be rinsed out, washed, rinsed out and sterilised. So that's just going to be my main thing now. I will just test the gravity of the beer as well once I've sterilised my jars out. Just follow the instructions on the no rinse this. So I say this one's got 2 teaspoons of the mixture to about 3 litres of warm water. So all the bottle caps, I need to sterilise those. The funnel that I'm going to use. I've got a bit of a filter pad that I use just as the initial first filter. You don't need that, I just do that. And I'm just going to filter this measuring jug, so I'm just going to do a gravity check on the beer. To see if it's around 1.014. So I'm just going to draw off some into this sterilised jar and just test the gravity of it. Yeah, that's round about the 1014, so I'm quite happy with that. I say this is an extra step, and because I've just moved the barrel from upstairs downstairs, which is a bit of a mistake, I should have done this upstairs. I've shook the barrel up a bit, so what I'm going to do is actually filter that off into my second barrel, which I was going to do anyway, and just let it stand a bit before I start bottling. That's a sterilised muslin cloth. Everything's sterilised basically. As you can see, what I'm just trying to do is get rid of the bigger filtering out, so there's absolutely no danger of that going into the bottles. I say it's just a step I've added to the process that That's not on the instructions of the beer making kit itself. It's just an extra filter basically. It's about 20 to 23 litres of beer, and that's the residue from the fermentation process. So I shall clean this bucket out now, sterilise it, and use this to wash the bottles out in. So I bought probably about 60 of these bottles. You can buy just brown bottles off the internet. These are 500ml ones. I just reuse them over and over again. So once you bought them, same with the crates, it's like a one-off cost, a bit like the rest of the kit really, that you'll just keep using. I say I've got 60 because sometimes when I get halfway through a batch that I've drunk, I'll start the second batch off, so I might need those extra bottles. So I'm just going to wash all these out, then I shall rinse them and sterilise them and let them dry, and then they'll be ready to start bottling. Okay, so that's them all washed and rinsed through. I've now got to rinse them again. I'm just going to sterilise them now. They were already washed before we put them away anyway, but this is just to get any dust out and all that type of thing. So I'm now going to sterilise them using the usual sterilising fluid, and then we're ready to fill them up and cap them really. So the sanitised rinse aid sat in the bottle for about 10 minutes, so I'm just going to slush it around, empty them out, and then they're all ready to fill in up. And just let that drain and rinse itself. Slide down. So this is the fun part of the process. Got again sterilised it, so that goes into the part of the kit that goes into there. And basically you put the bottom up and it's got like a spring-loaded thing that allows liquid through into the bottle. So you don't want to fill the bottles right to the top, you need to leave the neck because it can breathe, because it's obviously going to do a second fermentation. If you overfill it, you run the risk obviously of the bottle. And so what I'm now going to do, I'm going to fill all 40 bottles up, or use all the juice that I've got, and then I shall cap it. I like this part of the process. This and the capping. Feels like you've created something. As I say, don't overfill. Put a cloth on the floor because there'll always be a drip. Make sure you got the lid loose, otherwise you'll cause pressure and then it won't pour. And you just do that 40 times. So I managed to get 42 bottles out of that. So that's all now done. So I've got the caps they've all been sterilised as well. So now I'm going to push those on. So I've just got a really cheap bottle entry. It comes with a kit actually. You put the cap on the top, you can close it, and there's a bit of a technique to doing it, you'll see, and you push down on it. So we'll take one at a time, I'll show you that. You just put the cap on the top, and then you put the die around it, and then basically you push down on it. As it starts to go, you'll feel it go. If for some reason it's on the skew, you can readjust it, and that cap's on. One done. 41 to go. Cap on. Get it square straight, and then you just push, and then you'll feel it roll over. Go. I don't bother labelling them. I did the first time, but you can get different coloured caps as well. That's it. There's something gratifying about this. I feel as though I really made something of my own. I know it's a kit. I'm saving money, but also I really enjoy the taste, to be honest. As I said, I've done probably about 10 batches now, all different ones. This is a different one again. And I haven't found one that is undrinkable, let's put it that way. So that's 42 bottles, 42 little soldiers all waiting. It's going to be, takes about 2 to 3 days now in about 20 to 23 degrees C, just to get the second fermentation process going up. And then I'll move it down into a cooler place, which is a bit more difficult when it's in the summer, and then it'll be about 14 days or until the beer clears. So yeah, it's a nice little hobby, to be honest. You want to try it if you want trying to find something to do. It's rewarding on several fronts. I like the process because it's a pretty quick process. So it's not a complicated process. When you're using the kits, you can then go on and do other things. You can create your own brews, you can create your own flavourings, etc. I'm not into that. I'm more than happy just creating a kit beer and making 40 bottles every now and again. I find that quite rewarding. It's also saving money. I'll put a cost, how much it costs on this brew, excluding all the setup costs, if you like. What's the ongoing cost per bottle? And then you can compare that to, I don't know, what you're paying, say £1.60, £1.80, £2 you can buy for sort of craft ales and all that type of thing. So you can compare it against that. I reckon it will come out less than £1. Last time I did this calculation, it was certainly less than £1, but prices have gone up for the kits these days. So it'll be interesting to see what that is. I'll put that at the end of the video. So, in 14 days time, I'll probably open one. We'll give it a bit of a test. Generally, I'd probably leave them for at least 4 to 6 weeks before I start drinking them, because I think the taste just gets better as it is with age a bit on that.